next question is for Sumeet. Sumeet, you know that we're still talking about the first woman this. So we have the first woman CMD of the Shipping Corporation of India. We have the first woman pilot, Reshma Nilufar, at Kolkata Port Trust. So we're still at the stage where we're celebrating firsts. But what do you think about the status of D&I? And do you think that we should still be celebrating the first, and how do we move on from that?
Thank you, Sanjam. I would say a lot is being done with diversity and inclusion in India, in the maritime industry. Well, not just in India, but globally. You know, at an association level, like there are associations, WISTA, ISWAN, IMO, the global associations, and there are regional associations, AMTOI, FOSMA, and many, many more. And then it's happening at a company level, organization level, and it's also happening at a government level. Initiatives being taken to increase participation of women in the industry. Let me give an example of, say, the IMO and WISTA. I'll come to later. Of course, in detail, I'll talk about the WISTA initiatives. So the IMO has done a lot of work. With diversity, there is, fellowship programs, awareness campaigns. So the gender, the diversity being one of the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, IMO is supporting it with many, many initiatives. If you look at ISWAN, they are doing a lot for women seafarers on the mental health front, on the safety front, on employment front, on increasing the percentage of women seafarers. If you look at companies, just now Sir mentioned about Shipping Corporation, which has a large percentage of women seafarers, and we both know that Shipping Corporation has 25% women at director positions, and we also know that this company is heading towards 50% workforce being women. That's their target for 2030, and I can name a few, without naming a few private companies. Even private companies are working on creating a more gender-balanced workforce and a more talent-based and a merit-based sort of pool of people. So I would say a lot is changing, and to your question, that first woman seafarer, first woman, what was it, pilot and business CMD. And I think there was one lady who actually got offended at a conference where she was awarded as the best woman entrepreneur. So she said, remove the word woman from this. I am the best. Why am I not being awarded for being the best entrepreneur? You know, so this whole thing of separating the two genders is something I think needs to change now. And it's about, you always said, and I've learned this from you, the right person for the right job. It's about talent, it's about merit, and also women add a lot of, I think, EQ to their jobs. Not to say that men don't. There's EQ and there's IQ, and both men and women bring that to the table. But a woman brings a different quality of, I would say, thought process when it comes to maybe negotiations, maybe certain kind of behavioral tendencies, and it's with men, they bring a different kind of contribution. So both complement each other and both are required. Somebody said a very beautiful thing, that both need to, a mix of both is required in a balanced proportion to run an organization. So I think, yeah, with diversity and inclusion, a lot of initiatives are being taken. Having said that, we still have a long way to go as a country, and I think even globally, to have more women in the industry.
A little bit about WISTA. What is WISTA doing to ensure gender-neutral maritime industry? And a little bit from your experience as well as a woman in maritime, what are the biases that you had to overcome in the industry?
Okay, thanks, Sanjam. I'll begin with WISTA. So I'd like to start with something called a diversity pledge, which WISTA International, which drafted out, and each member of WISTA has signed it. And we, as an association for the women, by the women, and of the women, have sought industry support in signing this pledge. So basically, some of us might know that WISTA is a global association with 3,000 women members across close to 48 countries. And the diversity pledge kind of sows the seeds towards changing the mindset towards hiring more women in the industry. So it says, I pledge to embrace diversity of thought, including gender, race, ethnicity, and age, and contribute to a merit-based business environment within my organization. I will be a champion of equal opportunity. My behavior will reflect how I wish our industry to behave in the future. I will work and encourage others to work towards a diverse and inclusive maritime sector. So this pledge is basically sums up the vision and mission of WISTA, and it is our activities and initiatives are around this vision. If I talk about WISTA-India, you have been the founder member, and there's so much you've done in the last 10 years, and you continue to do so, and we continue to do it together. So some of the initiatives we undertake are, networking events, where women have generated business for each other's organizations, mentor-mentee program, where senior women members mentor the younger women in the industry, knowledge sessions where we invite industry experts to impart certain knowledge on certain they are subject matter experts on industry-related specific topics. We're very, very mindful of physical and mental health of women, so we do a lot of workshops around that. And as you said, the kind of work you have done, I mean, I can't even get started on all the initiatives at a global level and a national level with your, Sanjam kind of pioneering leadership, which WISTA does and continues to do. I think we are making some impact